Hello everybody, it's Sterling Fields back again with Relentless Work Ethics. How is everybody doing? Alright, so R.W.E community, I just want to let you guys know, yes, I went on a little break from the videos just because I was moving into the dorms. It was my first week of school here at Governor State University last week, and it went pretty well for the first week of junior year. But, I have a little change of style. I got some braids, if you guys want to see them, here they go. Some braids in. Yeah, I noticed y'all might notice I've grown that little afro and stuff, but that's what I was growing it for, the braids. And now it's time to get into what our topic is today. Alright everybody, so the topic for today is dedication and consistent practice. Alright, this is going to help us during the growing season. We're still in the growing season right now, right? So why dedication and consistent practice is so important. Dedication is very important because if you're not dedicated, you can't have consistent practice, all right? Dedication is basically the quality of being dedicated or committed to a task or a practice or a purpose. So I'm dedicated to my education. I'm dedicated to basketball. I'm dedicated to my family, all right? So we're all dedicated to certain things, all right? And if you have a goal, if you have a goal, you're trying to chase after your goal, you have to be dedicated to it, all right? You have to dedicate your time to it, and you have to make sure you're consistent with it. So, like I said, consistent practice. Continue to work on a task frequently. So, meaning like, if we're dedicated to something, we have to stay consistent to something in order for us to see growth. All right, if we're not being consistent with it, we won't see the growth. So you can be if you can say you're dedicated all you want to, but if you don't have that consistency, you're not going to see growth. All right, if you don't have that consistency, you won't see dedication. It's like peanut butter and jelly. You can't have peanut butter without the jelly, or else the sandwich won't work. So same thing with this concept. All right. So before you start anything, before you like make the decision to get committed to something, you have to decide, is this something that I want to do all the time? Is this something that I'm going to frequently practice at? Is this something I'm going to do every single day, or not? If not every day, literally every other day, or most of the time, in order for me to get better at it, so you could accomplish your goals. All right. So when you decide to get dedicated to something, you really have to make sure you're ready to dedicate yourself. All right. If it's not the time or the situation for you to dedicate yourself, then maybe you shouldn't dedicate yourself yet. Maybe you should get ready to dedicate yourself to the situation. All right. And we also got to realize, are we ready to be consistent at what we're going to dedicate ourselves to? If you're not going to be consistent at it, then you might as well not even dedicate yourself to it yet. Find time to be consistent with what you're going to do, so that way you will see growth. Because if you're not consistent, you won't see growth. All right. So personally, the summer before the school year started, I dedicated myself to God. I dedicated myself to Jesus Christ. Other than basketball and school and stuff, that was the biggest thing I dedicated myself to. And it took consistency. I had to read the Bible and pray every single day, so that way my faith and that way my relationship with God can grow. All right. I also dedicated myself to going to church every single Sunday, or every Sunday that I possibly could go to, so that way I'm consistently learning lessons, and I'm consistently growing and understanding the purpose of God, and understanding lessons in the Bible as well. I also surrounded myself around people that had faith in God, and that way I was getting prayed for when situations got tough. I was getting reminded things when I started to feel like I might lose faith, everything. So basically, I literally committed myself and dedicated myself to the whole situation of giving my life to the Lord. And I had to stay consistent, and I had to stay dedicated to it. So those two things are like, literally, like I said earlier, they are peanut butter and jelly. You can't do one without the other. So even if it's not dedicating yourself to the Lord, if it's dedicating yourself to school, if it's dedicating yourself to your sport, if it's dedicating yourself to anything, you have to make sure you're ready to dedicate yourself and stay consistent with it. All right. So that was basically the message for today. It was a short message. All right. Don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe to me. All right. Don't forget to email me, and if you have any questions or anything, at relentlessworkethicsrwe@gmail.com. All right. R.W.E community, we are signing off.